Florida Republican Congressman Byron Donalds is here with us for a preview. Now, I know you're here for the debate, but you were also here yesterday campaigning for Donald Trump, specifically trying to talk to black voters here. President Biden won black voters by 80% in the last election. As you see it, what kind of percentage do you think that Donald Trump could get? What are you kind of looking for in terms of success with this voter group?
I would say success is anywhere from 20 to 25%. You got to remember, you're talking 2-3 presidential cycles ago, the black vote was 90-10, 95-5. And I think it's important, not just in the black community, but in all of America, that all of our communities start to look at the policies and the impact of those policies for just their lives, for their communities, and for the nation going forward. I think especially with black men, there is movement amongst black men leaving the Democrat Party, moving to the Republican Party. In Atlanta yesterday, talked with various black men, independents who are now leading Donald Trump, former Democrats, now Republicans, obviously going Donald Trump. So the events, having those real conversations, sometimes those tough conversations, that's what you are going to have to do in 2024 and going forward in our politics, because there's going to be an end to the monolithic viewpoint of voting blocks and demographic groups. It's going to be about issues. It's going to be ideas. It's going to be about making sure that people's lives are better going forward.
We've seen in our polling that most Republicans, 70%, want Donald Trump to be polite, to kind of tone it down tonight. Do you want that? Is that what you want to see?
Well, look, I'll tell you, that's how he's been on the campaign trail. I mean, obviously, people will pull a clip of 30 seconds, but he talks to a group for an hour. And so the Donald Trump that I have seen, whether it's South Carolina, Philadelphia, the South Bronx, Detroit, he has been laser focused on the American people, the working men and women of our country, the forgotten men and women in our country. What it means to be able to get inflation under control, to have an economy where you can build generational wealth, to be secure in our streets, to secure our border, to be respected around the globe. That's where he's been. I actually think the vitriol in this debate is going to come from Joe Biden, because what does he have to run on? If you go by his agenda, piece by piece, it's not been a success for the American people.
I want to ask you about the issue of abortion. You come from Florida. There's a 6-week abortion ban there. Donald Trump has said that he would not support federal limits on abortion. Do you think that's the right call?
I do, because a couple of things. Number one, abortion is the most personal and frankly divisive topic in our politics. Highly emotional, highly personal to women across the United States of America. Donald Trump sees it where we are today as a country. He's pro-life, but he understands that the federal government is too broad and too big to come up with just some national strategy. Let the states be the laboratories of democracy as they were set forth in our country. Number two, I will tell you, medical procedures are regulated at the state level, not the federal level. The Supreme Court in 1973 decided to regulate abortion in and of itself, but every other medical procedure is regulated at the state level. I think the state approach is the right way to go. You're going to have citizens engaging with their governors, engaging with their legislatures to come up with the right mix in each individual state.
Are you concerned, though, about the way that you've seen this issue is a potent political issue?
Yeah.
People have proven to vote on it, and we've seen the aftermath, of course, 2 years later. Are you concerned about this issue for Republicans?
I am, and I'll be honest about it, because the Democrats have been successful in weaponizing the issue of abortion to drive voter turnout. But I would ask the women and even the men in America who are pro-choice, that might be a very big issue for you, but so is the price of your food. So is the price of energy. So is the ability to get your car repaired or to take a vacation. So is building generational wealth. And so is the security of our nation at the southern and northern border. Those are major issues as well. So I would ask, even if that's your number one issue, I would ask you to take a look at all the issues, because they impact Americans every single day.
All right, Congressman Byron Donalds, we'll hear from you a lot this campaign cycle. I know it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.